Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension, and today is number 24 of the of the October YouTube Pagan Vlog Challenge. And this challenge was started by Brittany over at Palm Tree Bewitchery, and I will put a link to her channel and a link to her Facebook page down below, as well as all of the days. And the phrase for today is, I have a hard time. So I have a hard time even thinking of what to come up with, other than the only thing I could think of literally off of the top of my head as soon as I read that was, I have a hard time with ignorance. I see ignorance as not a lack of intelligence, not a lack of compassion or anything like that. Well, I see ignorance as somebody that simply doesn't have the information and doesn't care to have the information, but yet still wants to, put their 2 cents in something, or come from a place of hate or fear or whatever. That's what I have a hard time with. For me, I guess I'm a little bit different from some. I'm not going to say from all, because I know tons of people on here and tons of people in my life that are also truth seekers and, knowledge seekers. But the thing for me about ignorance is, how is it that maybe some people don't want to learn and grow? Or see things from somebody else's perspective because they just, maybe their ego is too big, or they just think that they know everything and that there's nothing else to learn. Or they're just so stuck in their way and stubborn. But me, if I get into an argument with somebody, yeah, I might come off as stubborn and egotistical, and that part of me does come out. Definitely, it does come out. However, usually there's also still a part of me that soaks it in and will come back later and say, you know what? I did learn something from that. Even my kids, there's this saying that, children should be seen and not heard. No friggin' way. I do not believe that. I think that we learn a lot from the youth and from our children and listening. I'm going to say, when Trump was elected, oh my gosh, it was really hard for me. I was moping around. I was crying for days, just distraught, because it changed my whole perspective. It really did. Because many of the members of my family even voted for Trump. And I don't want to say that people that support Trump are stupid or ignorant or anything like that. That's not the point I'm trying to get to. But after talking with my son, who is probably more Republican, and where I am more Democrat, or lean more towards Democrat, he actually opened my eyes to quite a bit of stuff, seeing it from his perspective. And he's a 24-year-old kid, but I learned from him. I learned from my daughter when it came to transgender. There was an issue that came up about whether or not you believed in, and I'm sorry if this is a trigger alert. I don't mean to trigger anybody, just my own development with certain things. And there had been discussion in my family about whether or not somebody that was transgender should be able to use the other bathroom. So whatever sex they identify with, if they could use that bathroom. And at first I was like, no, I didn't agree. I think that they should, just because of safety and stuff like that. And then my daughter brought it to my attention because she has a friend. Well, she's got several friends that are transgender. And a couple of them that identify as male instead of female. And, shouldn't it be the person's choice? Even if it's somebody, an argument that came up Gosh, I don't even know if I want to even get into this. I don't even want to get into it because it is such a touchy subject. But I will say I was enlightened or made to understand, or just through, you know, stories from other people, their perspectives, that it should be about what they want. Shouldn't it be? I mean, I just don't understand where hate and stuff like that comes from. And I don't want to understand. That's not me telling the universe, you know, teach me, because I don't even want to go there. But I just don't understand ignorance. Ignorance of not knowing something, but ignorance of not wanting to learn something from somebody else's perspective, not wanting to expand themselves so that they can be a more loving, compassionate person who's not so stuck in their own little world and in their own ego. So this kind of took a very controversial turn, and I'm sorry. But I'm just speaking my truth, and I'm sending you guys all love and light. Thank you.